break down Manchester United versus Fulham, Newcastle versus Brighton, and one more. Hello everyone, I'm Wayne and welcome to Goals by the Numbers. This is the place where football meets data. Whether you're a die-hard fan like me, a general Premier League enthusiast, or someone who just loves deep diving into stats and performance analytics, you are in the right place. So, today we're breaking down 3 key matches from the latest round of the FA Cup, looking at the numbers behind Manchester United versus Fulham, Newcastle versus Brighton, and Bournemouth versus Wolves. So let's get into it. Manchester United versus Fulham. Manchester United were eliminated on penalties after a 1-1 draw against Fulham, with possession stats showing a clear contrast. Fulham dominated with 59% possession, while United had the remaining 41%. Despite having fewer chances, Manchester United were more clinical. 9 of their 20 shots were on target, which is 45%, compared to 5 of Fulham's 12, 42%. The result, of course, as a Manchester United fan, is disappointing, but since the first FA Cup match away at Arsenal this season, Manchester United have only lost 3 times in 11 games before this defeat on penalties, yet it feels like their form has been much, much worse. Some of the individual player comparisons are also interesting. So, for example, Rasmus Højlund versus Obi-Martin. Højlund played 14 minutes more, but managed only 1 shot compared to Obi-Martin's 3 shots, 1 of which was on target. A promising performance from a 17-year-old Manchester United striker. He is literally just a child. Alejandro Garnacho, also a substitute, played 68 minutes and had 4 shots, the most of any Manchester United player. Bruno Fernandes, a key player and captain of the team, had 3 shots, all of which were on target. Another player of an interesting game was Matthijs de Ligt, who was a defensive rock with 17 clearances, and in terms of expected goals, Manchester United edged it with 2.42 compared to Fulham's 1.72. So looking at the numbers, Manchester United did do enough to win. Manchester United also had more touches in the penalty area, 31 versus 25 for Fulham, and only committed 1 offside. United's defence stood out with a 77% tackle success rate compares to Fulham's 48%. Both teams focused their attacks down the left-hand side of the pitch, with Manchester United's being 50%, while Fulham's was 39%. Passing was a major difference in this match. Manchester United completed 486 passes, while Fulham dominated possession with 710 passes. Interestingly, Manchester United played 6 through balls, while Fulham didn't attempt a single one. So Newcastle versus Brighton, our next match. A dramatic match that ended in extra time saw Brighton beat Newcastle 2-1. Possession was tight, with Brighton slightly edging it at 53% versus 47%, but both teams struggled to convert shots into goals. Alexander Isak continued his excellent goal-scoring form, converting a penalty and attempting 4 shots, 2 of which were on target. Jack Hinzelwood was Brighton's biggest attacking threat, with 5 shots, though only 1 of those was on target. Newcastle had a plan, which was to get the ball wide and create by crossing the ball into the box, with Jacob Murphy, Anthony Gordon, and Matt Targett each delivering 5 crosses. The XG battle was also close, with Newcastle getting an XG of 2.01 versus Brighton's 2.40. Brighton's sharp attacking play saw them never caught offside in the entire match, showing disciplined movement in the final third of the pitch. So our final match, Bournemouth versus Wolves. A thrilling game ended 1-1, with Bournemouth winning 5-4 in penalties. Bournemouth dominated possession with 67%, but struggled to convert their dominance into goals. They registered 31 shots, more than 3 times Wolves' 9. 12 different Bournemouth players took a shot, with Antoine Semenyo attempting 7. Justin Kluivert and Dango Otara both delivered more than 10 crosses. Bournemouth made 695 passes compared to Wolves' 338, with only 9% of Bournemouth's passes being long, while 25% of Wolves' passes were long being 30 yards or more. Wolves concentrated 52% of their attacks down the left-hand side of the pitch, seems to be a thing, while Bournemouth had 57 touches in the penalty area, but couldn't find a winner in normal time. So, This weekend's matches have given us plenty to think about, but before we wrap up, here are 3 questions for you to consider. Will Manchester United continue to struggle in attack, or can they find a way to become more clinical? Can Alexander Isak maintain his goal-scoring form and help Newcastle push up the table? And our final question, with Bournemouth dominating possession but struggling to convert chances, is their style sustainable for long-term success? Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more Premier League, and this time FA Cup, data breakdowns. See you next time on Goals by the Numbers.